Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute. I have not posted anything lately. Life has just been lifing and that's just what it is. But we are back today with another video, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make your own press-on nails. For those of you that are interested, if you just want to learn how to make your own press-on nails to save some money, or if you're wanting to turn this into a business and make some money from it, this video is going to help you. I'm going to show you my process for how I make handmade luxury press-on nails. Okay, this is a step-by-step process for nails that are going to last. They will be comparable to salon acrylics, and your polish is not going to be chipping. They're not going to be flimsy. Good quality luxury handmade press-on nails. So if you're interested, keep on watching. Okay, so first, real quick, I'm just going to show you the supplies that I use in order to do this, and just some basic supplies that you're going to need to get started, whether, like I said, if this is just for you or if you're going to be planning on selling them. So the first thing you're going to need is tips, full cover nail tips, and you can find these on Amazon. You can find them on a number of nail suppliers online. My go-to is the Apres Gel-X system. These are the tips that I typically use. I did used to purchase the tips off of Amazon, but as I got into doing Gel-X on clients, I just opted to use these because there's no point in purchasing all these tips that I'm not going to need. So these are actually my favorite nail tips to use. I feel like they're really good, high quality, as well as their shape is unique. Like, you're not gonna find Gel-X tips like these on any other supplier or Amazon or anything like that. So the first thing that you're gonna want to do is find your own nail tips. Decide what you like, okay? I will say one thing though about the nail tips is that typically the extra long lengths do tend to run a little bit larger, as well as some brands do have their own sizing. So just because you purchase one length or one shape from Apres and then you purchase another length or shape from Amazon doesn't necessarily mean that the sizing system is the same. So just be aware of that. If you are planning on selling these to customers, you want to make sure that your sizes are the same across the board. So that's why for me, I just stick with the Apres gel system because they have the same sizing system across the board, and that works for me, and I know what I am getting and what I'm selling to my customers. So that's the first thing. The second thing you're going to need is nail mounts. These are very well used, okay? But you can get these off of Amazon, AliExpress, Alibaba, even some like local nail supply stores carry them. You're just gonna have to look and see. I think I purchased these ones off of Amazon. These are my go-tos. I think you get like 3 or 4 in a pack, maybe even 5. I don't know. It's been a really long time since I purchased them. I have a whole bunch of these, and these are my go-tos whenever I'm actually trying to make press-on nails for people. These are cute. I purchased these for like content purposes. So if I'm making content for my Instagram, like a nail art tutorial or something, I'll use these because you can take the stand off. They're much more aesthetic looking. However, for me personally, I find that they're not as functional. They kind of slow me down whenever I'm trying to like make orders and get them out as fast as possible, because these are in place. They're not moving around, so I can just go in with my file one nail at a time and just work through it really fast, where this is like, if you move it, it's slipping off, and then you got to do one, and then you got to put it back up, then you got to take the other one. So for me, this is very cute and aesthetically pleasing, but this is not functional for, you know, if you're trying to be efficient with your time and get nails done and get them out and, you know what I mean, go about your day. So again, this is just my personal opinion. Do what works best for you. Try them out and see which one you prefer. So today I wanted to make a rose quartz nail nail art design. It's been a minute since I've made these. I think I want to switch it up just a little bit and try to tweak the way I do these typically. I'm gonna add a little bit of like reflective glitter in these, maybe some charms, I don't know. We'll see how that turns out. To do this, I am going to be using the Apres white ink. Love Apres if you can't tell. And the colors I'm going to be using is Flower Girl from D&D Gel. I may use a little bit of Rebel Rose because it's just a little bit darker. And I'm also going to be using Clear Pink, again by D&D Gel. All of these polishes are by D&D Gel. And the tips I'm actually going to be using are not going to be from Apres. The tips I'm going to use today are going to be some Amazon tips, and the reason why I'm using these is because they are extra long. I thought extra long would be a little bit more aesthetically pleasing to do for this video, so that's why I'm using these today. And you will also need a nail file and buffer. You're also going to need some mounting putty to mount the nail tips to the base, and you're obviously going to need a top coat. You're going to need some acetone. You're going to need a brush for playing with the acetone and ink, and like I said, I'm going to use a little bit of reflective glitter. I'm not sure which ones I want to use. I have a few options that I pulled out, and I'll just see as I go along. That is the basic supplies that you're going to need to make your own press-on nails. Obviously, you're going to need to build a collection of nail polishes and nail art supplies and brushes. I would recommend, if you are new to this, there's nothing wrong with purchasing miniature size bottles from Amazon just to get your collection started, and then as you start to make money, work your way up and buy better quality products. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So don't let anyone make you feel a way about it. Do what you have to do for yourself and what works for you in your pockets, and then you work your way up, okay? Like, we all started from somewhere. I know I started that way. It's a process. I mean, everything that I have has been years of me collecting. So yes, just keep that in mind. Also, if you're looking for nail art supplies, another good place to purchase from, SHEIN, okay? SHEIN, because you can literally find all of the same nail art supplies, glitters, tools, all that stuff on Amazon, also on SHEIN. And on SHEIN, it's like a fraction of the cost. So honestly, I would go on Amazon to buy some, little gel polishes like Beetles, Model 1s. What's another good brand on there? Beetles, Model 1s. I don't know, just read reviews and do your research, obviously, before you purchase anything. But if you're looking for nail art supplies, glitters, brushes, inks, charms, transfer foils, all that stuff, you can find it on SHEIN for like $1, a few cents, $2. Go there, okay, to start your collection. So anyways, let's just jump right into this and move it right along.
First thing we're gonna do is we are going to actually, I need to make sure your lamp is not like facing wherever you're working at, because it can reach over to where you're at and cure your work or cure the polish in your gel bottle, and you don't want that. So the first thing you're gonna do is like ball these up and put them back on the mount. Sometimes what I'll do is I will pull out one of my Apres tips and one of these tips and compare the nail bed size to make sure it matches. So I'm just gonna do, I will do a large. So a large would be a 0 for a thumb, right? And then this is also a 0 in the extra long lengths. So that's what I mean, like the sizes are definitely different. Okay, so that's how I would do my sizing. The next thing you're gonna wanna do is file off the little sharp edges, fix the shaping, and then you're gonna wanna buff the shine off so your polish is not peeling. Then you're gonna go in with your buffing block. You're gonna buff the shine off. You have to buff the shine off, otherwise the nails are gonna be chipping. I don't care if you put a base coat on or not, it will chip. I mean, now if you're making these for yourself and you wanna skip that step, that's up to you, but I would say if you're selling these, do not skip this step because you will have people complaining and leaving bad reviews and wanting a refund because they're not gonna last. You're gonna wanna dust all of the dust off, get in between. Make sure you're really, really getting the dust off because you don't want any dust particles to get in your nail polish. I've had that happen and it is really annoying. You don't need a base coat for this because you removed the shine. So the first thing I'm gonna do is go in with Flower Girl. I'm going to do one layer. One thin layer. One thin layer. I will say, make sure you're getting any bubbles or any lint or just anything that you see on the nail off. Try to get it as smooth as possible. Check it from different angles, make sure it's not streaky. Also be mindful, sometimes the polish can get under the nail. You don't want that either. Make sure there's no flooding to the free edge. I'll go in like this and just like wipe up the excess. Okay. So there's no flooding. And then I'll stick it in the lamp for 60 seconds. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with my ink. I'm running low, so I'm probably gonna have to tip this over. I don't know, okay, we'll see. So I just do one nail at a time. Just go in and do like a little bit of ink work. And my acetone. And my brush. And I'm just gonna use this to like manipulate the ink a little bit. Just like put your brush and acetone and just like play with it. So kind of just dab it and see what forms on its own, and then you kind of go back in and like reform the lines and stuff like that. So that's really my process for doing marble. There's really no technique, you just kind of got to play with it and see what you know. So that's what they look like. Once this dries, I'm gonna go in, I think I'm actually gonna try to put a little bit of the Rebel Rose in here just to give a little bit of dimension to it, because that's what it actually looks like. So I'm gonna try using this and see if I can add a little bit. of dimension here. Some darker shades of pink. And the brush I'm using, I literally don't know what it's called. This is really pretty much, I think, like my first time using this brush. I think I got it from either Amazon or SHEIN, you guys, in like a little multi-pack of brushes. So I think I like it with the little bit of darkness. You could probably just use like an ombre brush for this too if you don't have a brush like this. We're gonna go with this one, and I'm just gonna put a little bit over top of the gel that I just painted. All right, we're gonna cure this first, and then we'll go in with the clear pink. Okay, so now that that cured, this is what it looks like, and I'm gonna go in with the clear pink. You can tell by now, this is just gonna be done in layers because it's a multi-dimensional design. So okay, so since I let that cure, what I'm gonna do now is go in with one more layer of the marble ink. I usually, whenever I do the second layer of marble, I usually try to go in the opposite direction of the first layer. Okay, so that's what they look like. I'm gonna go in with one more layer of pink glitter, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of top coat on the brush, just to get it to stick. So that's what it looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and stick that in the lamp. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is put a top coat on, just because it is a loose glitter and I don't want it to be rough. I think I'm gonna try to put some rhinestones on it. I'm not sure. So I'm just gonna go ahead with a top coat, and we'll see. And then I'm gonna cure this. Okay, so I did the top coat on these, and that is it. That is all. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll go back in and just like refine the shape a little bit more. But yeah, and then I usually would just put them in boxing or packaging, and then send them on their way. You can see it's like much more crispy. So that's usually what I do. So that is it. That is my process for making press-on nails. Now I will show you guys like how I put them in the packaging. For my packaging right now, I just use these little white plain magnetic boxes, and then I just go ahead and put my own logo on top. But I just use some mounting tape, and then I will just go in and take them off of the nail mount. I inspect underneath the nail to make sure everything is nice and clean under there. There's no leftover mounting tack under there. There's no like nail polish that got under there that cured that may need removed. And
I just place it in the box. I'll show you guys what it looks like in the box once I'm all done. And if you guys are into like nail art tutorials, I will say definitely go follow me on my Instagram page, because I post a lot of like different types of nail art tutorials on there, along with like other nail content too. So if you're into nail content, definitely go check me out. With all of the products that I used to create this set, I will also leave in the description box below for those of you that are interested. And then I usually just go in, like I said, with a little alcohol wipe and just wipe the nail down and get them shiny again, get any like fingerprints I have on them off. And this is what they look like in the box. Super cute. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this helps. If you guys have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them below. And like I said, I will leave everything that I use in this video in the description box below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe before leaving. I would love to have you guys, and I will see you in the next one.